Welcome student in my virtual class. Today is the first class with you in this system. You are class 11 obviously. Today we start coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, what is coordinate geometry? It is known to you most probably. Today's lesson obviously revision lesson. You read in class 9 these things. Introduction of coordinate geometry, distance formula, distance between 2 points, area of triangle, section ratio formula, all known to you. This formula known to you, but after 2 years in class 10, no coordinate geometry present in class 10 syllabus. So obviously it is problematic. So first we start rectangular Cartesian coordinate system, okay, and revised our lesson. Then we start the next chapter. Today is the revision lesson obviously. So what is coordinate geometry? It is known to you. What is the definition of coordinate geometry? What is the definition of coordinate geometry? Before we study coordinate geometry, here we write something. First is the name of the person, obviously father of plane geometry, that is Euclid, the Greek mathematician Euclid, the father of plane geometry. Plane geometry based on some axioms and theorem obviously. Okay. This type of geometry also known as synthetic geometry. This is synthetic geometry, are also named as plane geometry, and father is Euclid, is known to you. And next, coordinate geometry, another name is analytic geometry. I repeat, this is analytic, not analytical geometry. Few books are written analytical geometry, but it is not true. I think it is not true. Analytic geometry, not analytical. See, the uses of calculus are not present in this geometry, so it is analytic, not analytical. So, analytic geometry or coordinate geometry, this is the very important name, René Descartes. René Descartes is the French mathematician who introduced rectangular Cartesian coordinate system. The René Descartes first used rectangular Cartesian coordinate system. So what is coordinate geometry? With the help of algebra, if we solve any geometrical problem with the help of algebra, then this is known as coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry lost the spirit of plane geometry obviously. With the help of algebra, if we solve the geometrical problem, then this type of geometry known as coordinate geometry. And rectangular Cartesian coordinate system introduced by French mathematician René Descartes. According to the name of René Descartes, this is rectangular Cartesian coordinate system. And there is another system, polar system or cylindrical system, etc. Polar coordinate system introduced by Newton. Newton had been the first to use the polar coordinate system. Okay, so what is coordinate geometry is known to all of us now. Then we go to the next. What is coordinates? Coordinates. What is the meaning of coordinate? Co means more than one. Co means more than one. So coordination, then what? Coordinate. Abscissa and ordinate. Abscissa and ordinate, both known as coordinate. Next we go to rectangular Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. Next, if we take two straight lines perpendicular to each other, this right angle, so it is rectangular. Then x so x dash one axis and other is y dash. Now, if a point whose coordinate is p x comma y say, then if we draw a perpendicular from P to x axis, suppose this is PM, then what is the x means OM is equal to X and PM is equal to Y. X known as ordinate and Y known as abscissa. Ordinate and abscissa. OM, this length is X and this length is Y. Now if the question is distance from X axis, and obviously this plane divides in two-dimensional coordinate geometry, not 3D. Introduction of two-dimension obviously today. So if we take two perpendicular straight line in a plane, then we say this is abscissa and ordinate, coordinate. This is rectangular Cartesian coordinate system if this is perpendicular to each other. Then Pxy is any point. Pxy is any point on the plane. If we draw a perpendicular Tm on x-axis, therefore OM is equal to X and PM is equal to Y. Now distance, if the coordinate is xy, distance from x-axis, how much is distance from x? This is x, this is the distance, so obviously is y, and distance from y axis is x. Just reverse. If the coordinate is xy, then distance from x axis is y, and distance from y axis, that means this distance OM, or if we draw a perpendicular here another, this is distance from or reverse. And it is known to all of us, this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. First, second, third, fourth. In first quadrant, all are positive, that means plus plus is known to you. In second quadrant, which is negative? X is negative, y is positive, so minus plus. In third quadrant, both minus, and fourth quadrant is plus minus. Coordinates in this way. Coordinates are in this way. Okay. Now we find distance between 2 points. If we find distance between 2 points, how we get this? In the same figure, okay, draw another figure. Oh, sorry, polar coordinates. First, before distance between 2 points, we introduced polar coordinate system. It is not in class 9. Suppose P is a point xy, and let OX be initial line. Now, if we rotate this line like that, if we rotate this line from its initial position up to this, that means we get rotate in anti-clockwise direction in this case. Suppose the angle of rotation is theta and distance from O to P is r. And if this is the origin, we find the relation between polar and Cartesian also. Suppose this is origin, this is x dash, this is y dash, and pxy Cartesian coordinate system. That means if we draw a perpendicular PM, so obviously OM is equal to x and PM is equal to y. OM is equal to x and PM is equal to y. Now just the previous position, if we take the point again, this is the suppose initial line, rotate through an angle which is theta, and this distance is r. Suppose this is OX initial line, then this is the point P position, then it can be written in this way, r comma theta. This is polar coordinate system and introduced by Newton obviously. So this distance is r, OM is equal to x, PM is equal to y. So it is right angle triangle. Now what about the relation between x, y and r and theta? Very simple. OP is equal to AR, OM is equal to x. Now if we write OM by OP, you get how much? This right angle triangle OM by OP, base by hypotenuse. This is nothing but cos of the angle. That means cos theta. Now OM is equal to x and OP is equal to this distance, OP is r. So x by r is equal to cos theta, which implies that x is equal to r cos theta. Again, from this triangle PM by OP, what happens? PM by OP, perpendicular by hypotenuse. This is nothing but sine of the angle, since this angle is theta. So PM is nothing but y by r, and OP is r, is equal to sine theta. Therefore, which implies that or y is equal to r sine theta. So if r and theta is given, then we find x and r. And reverse way also, if x, y is given, again by Pythagoras theorem we can conclude OP square is equal to OM square plus PM square. OP is r, so r square is equal to x square plus y square. Or in other way, these two are known. If we squaring and adding these two, then we get how much? X square plus y square, that is equals to r square cos square theta plus sine square theta. How much? Sine square plus cos square is 1. So from this also we can find r square is equal to x square plus y square. And from these two, r is equal to x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sine theta. From these two we can conclude this one also, tan theta is equal to y by x. Tan theta is equal to y by x. From this relation we find r and theta also. If xy is given, then take positive square root, r is equal to x square plus y square. Distance from origin is always positive, taking distance always positive, so we take positive square root. R is equal to root over of x square plus y square, and we get theta from this, x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. This is the relation between polar and Cartesian coordinate system. Polar and Cartesian coordinate system. This is the relation between polar coordinate system and Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. Next, if Cartesian coordinate system is given, we have to transfer it into polar coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system, very easy question. 1 say we have to find out r and theta. So this is the formula is given. X and y is given. X is 1, y is 1. Then we have to find out r and theta. So r is equal to root over of x square plus y square. X is 1, y is 1. So root 2. And very simple, tan theta is equal to 1 by 1. Both are positive, so no problem at all. 1 by 1 means 1. So we take the smallest angle, positive obviously, is equal to tan 45 degree or tan pi by 4. Therefore theta is equal to pi by 4 or 45 degree. Therefore in r theta it will be root 2 comma pi by 4 r comma theta. So it transfer into polar form. It is Cartesian form and it is polar form. So polar form of 1 is root 2 comma pi by 4. Now if the polar form is given, say polar form r theta is given, in form r theta given, we convert it into xy, convert to Cartesian. Say let us take an equation. R is equal to a cos theta. R is equal to a cos theta. This equation transferred to Cartesian form. How? Cartesian form means if we multiply both sides by r, then you get this is r square and this is a r cos theta. Now r square is nothing but is x square plus y square. Just replace, instead of r square we write x square plus y square, and r cos theta means x. So a into x. So it will be x square plus y square minus ax is equal to 0. This is Cartesian equation and this is polar equation of curve. This curve is well known curve. Obviously it is a circle. So this is the transform from polar to Cartesian and Cartesian to polar. Now your classwork from this is given transfer polar to Cartesian, theta is equal to alpha, where alpha is a parameter. Parameter is known to all of you. Transfer this polar equation to Cartesian equation. Polar to Cartesian. Transfer this theta is equal to alpha to polar to, it is given in polar form. Transfer it to Cartesian form. It is your classwork. Next, we go to the distance between 2 points formula. It is also known to you. If 2 points are given, then what is the distance? It is very simple. I draw the figure first. Suppose A is a point whose coordinate is x1, y1, and B is another point, say, whose coordinate is x2, y2. We have to find out the distance AB. Suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Draw two perpendiculars, draw another perpendiculars. Suppose this is AM, this is AN, and this is AT. So MN is equal to AT. This point is A, obviously this point is B. By Pythagoras theorem we can find the distance AB. Very easy. It is known to you. AB root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Distance between 2 points formula in Cartesian coordinate system is known to all of you. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the distance between 2 points. AB, distance between 2 points formula is given by this. Difference of x coordinate whole square plus difference of y coordinate whole square. If distance from origin, if any point, suppose P is any point xy and coordinate of O is 0, 0, so OP is nothing but this way, x minus 0 that means x, y minus 0 that means y. This is nothing but root over of x square plus y square. So this is distance from origin. Now, if 2 points are given using this formula, 2 points, one is 5, 2 and other is minus 3, minus 6. Find the distance between 2 points. Suppose this is A point, this is B point. Then use this formula. Distance AB is given by root over x2 is minus 3 minus 5 whole square plus minus 6 minus 2 whole square. So minus 5 plus minus 3 minus 8 squaring, then we get 8 square. That means 64 or 8 square. This is also 8. This is also 8. So it is also 8 square. So 8 square, 2 into 8 square. After this is 8 root 2 unit. Distance always unit. This is 8 root 2. Distance between 2 points. In this way we find distance between 2 points. Okay. Distance between 2 point formula and its application. Remember yourself after that. Next, section ratio. Excuse me. ABD any line segment. A coordinate of A is given x1 y1 and coordinate of B is given also x2 y2. and P is a point in between A and B such that AP is to PB is M is to N. We have to find out the coordinate of P. AP is to PB is M is to N. Then we have to find out the coordinate of P. Suppose P is XY. Coordinate of P is XY. Then we have to find out X and Y. So obviously if we draw perpendicular from P to this and another perpendicular on Pn, suppose this is PQ and this point is G, say this is H, say. Now by using similar triangle property, obviously similar triangle, this triangle A, this point is A obviously, AGP and PQB, these two triangles are similar. These two are corresponding angle. These both angles are perpendicular to 90 degree. So remaining angle must be equal. Since these two triangles are similar, so if two triangles are similar, then their sides are also proportional. Their sides are also proportional. So from this we can conclude, that means sides are proportional means AP by PB is equal to AG by PQ, and the other side PG by BQ. From this we find X and Y very easily. Calculation, raise goes to U. Try to solve. Obviously after that you can solve it. We get X is equal to, this formula is well known, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, and y is equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. X is equal to m into x2. Obviously keep it in your mind in this way. This side, this portion is m and this is n. M into first coordinate, n into x2 first, n into x1 first, obviously not x1, not m into x1, m into x2, n into x1. Similarly for y also, m into y2 first, n into y1. Okay, these two are formula of if P divides the line segment joining in ratio m is to n internally. Obviously P lies between m, this is internal. Now if P is the midpoint, then what happens? If P is the midpoint, then what happens? P is midpoint of M. Then m is to n is equal to 1 is to 1, obviously. Length of M, this portion, AP and PB must be equal. AP is equal to PB, then m is to n is 1 is to 1. Then for midpoint, x is equal to x2 plus x1 by 2 and y is equal to y2 plus y1 by 2. Okay. Now if the point P lie outside, if the point P lie outside AB, that means P divides AB in the same ratio m is to n externally, then what is the, draw the figure again. Suppose this is A point, this is B point, this is P point. This is A, x1, y1. This point is B, say, whose coordinate is x2, y2, and this point is P, say, xy. The ratios are same. That means AP is M and BP is N. Then for external division, the formula will be changed, and it is also known in class 9, obviously. I repeat once again, In this case, x is equal to m into y2 minus n into y1, sorry, this is x, very sorry, mx2 minus mx1 by m minus n, and y is equal to my2 minus my1 by m minus n. Just instead of plus, it will be minus. Just instead of plus, it will be minus for external division. For external division, the formula will be negative just. mx2 plus mx1 by m plus n, instead of this minus, these two minus are equals to, sorry, in internal division this plus, for external division this is minus. For internal it is plus, for external just it is minus. So this is section ratio formula. Now if we solve a problem very easily, now it is given that, see, coordinate of A and B are given. Coordinate of A is, let us say A is 2, 5 and B is minus 3, minus 3, it is plus A, minus 3, 3, minus 3, 3. And P is a point which divides internally. Ratio is 2:3. Then find the coordinate of P. Internal, P lies inside in ratio 2:3. So obviously P, let P x y, then use this formula internally. So use this formula. That means x is equal to m is 2 into x coordinate, that is minus 3, plus 3, n is 3 into x coordinate is 2 by 2 plus 3 m plus n, that is 2 plus 3. So it will be minus 6 plus 6 by 5, that is 0. Minus 6 plus 6 by 5, that is 0. And y, same way, m is 2 into y coordinate, that is 3, plus 3, n is 3 into y coordinate of a, that is 5 by 2 plus 3. So it will be 6 plus 15 by 5, that means 21 by 5. Therefore coordinate of P is 0, 21 by 5. Therefore this point lie on which axis? Lie on, obviously it is lie on y axis. If the coordinate is a, 0, a or 0, b, in this form, this point must lie on this, on y axis. Okay. Next, 3 vertices of a triangle are given, x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. We have to find out the centroid. It is well-known formula. By using this, D is the midpoint. Then midpoint formula is x2 plus x3 by 2, y2 plus y3 by 2. And G is the centroid. Therefore, AD is to DG. AD is to DG is 2:1. It is known to all of you. AD is to GD is also 2:1. Then the coordinate of G is given by the formula, coordinate centroid, centroid of the triangle. Centroid of the triangle G is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y coordinate also y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. How we can prove it? I help you. First find the midpoint D. Very easy. x2 plus x3, x2 plus x3 by 2, x2 plus x3 by 2, and this is y2 plus y3 by 2, and AD is to GD is 2:1. Then find G. Since this is the centroid, so it is 2:1 ratio. After that, simplify, we get this result. Coordinate of the centroid of the triangle is given by this. Now, if the coordinates are given, say take a problem 2, 3, 4, 5, and other point is -2, -3. Then find the centroid. Very easy using this formula. Centroid is 2 plus 4 minus 2 by 3, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, and y1 that is 3 plus 5 minus 3 by 3. So coordinate of the centroid is given by plus 2 minus 2 cancel out, this is 4 by 3, and this is 3 cancel out, 5 by 3. This is the centroid of the triangle ABC. If ABC is given, then this is the centroid of the triangle. Next, final, last but not least, obviously, this is another formula. Area of the triangle, already known to you. Area of a triangle ABC is given by half of. How we get the area of a triangle? By using area of trapezium. Area of trapezium, the formula is known to you. Half into sum of parallel side into distance between them. Using this we can find also the area of triangle. So half of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. This is the area of triangle. Take mod sign. For orientation it may be negative, but when we take area it must be positive. Obviously it is squaring it. Or if you know determinant, if you already done the cross product in vector, obviously, then you know the determinant also. Use determinant, you can also find this. In determinant form is not in class 9, obviously, in class 11. If you already done this cross product in physics, vector cross product, then you know the determinant. How? x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1, x3, y3, 1. This is the area of the triangle. Now, we have already find this centroid. Now, you find the area of the triangle, and these points are given, ABC are given. Find the area of the triangle, obviously in square unit. And send it to me. It is your class work again. You find the area of the triangle, and using this formula is also given. Just put instead of x1, y1 you write 2, 3, instead of x2, y2 write 4, 5, and instead of x3, y3 write -2, -3. And using this, okay, it is not determined, it is mod value. It is determined. It is determined value. Not required to know determinant, obviously. Just take positive sign. So we take a mod. We put a mod sign here. Otherwise it's okay, no problem. Find the area of the triangle and send it to me. This is the one class work, and already one class work is already given. That is which one? The transformation theta is equal to alpha to polar to Cartesian. And another one, if x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 and x4 y4 are the vertices of a parallelogram. I repeat once again, are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order. x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 and x4 y4 are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order. Then prove that the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order then prove that x1 plus x3 is equal to x2 plus x4 and y1 plus y3 is equal to y2 plus y4. The definition of parallelogram known to all of you, and properties of parallelogram also known to all of you. So use this, prove that these two, area of that triangle and this. Okay, try to solve these two and send it to me in my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is given 9433 457190. That's all for today. Okay, thank you.